England's Ashes squad, the dirty truth behind the selections. The impending decision regarding England's squad selection for the Ashes is creating quite a buzz. On a serene autumn day in October at Lord's, Captain Ben Stokes and head coach Brendan McCullum will convene with national selector Luke Wright and ECB director Rob Key to finalize the team for the Ashes series. In the past, it was Wright who would make the calls to players, delivering both good news and disappointing news. However, McCullum has taken on this responsibility, believing it is essential to communicate directly with each player. After McCullum's initial call, Wright often reaches out to those who narrowly missed selection to provide further insights and discuss potential pathways for their return to the squad. Throughout the summer, Wright has been gathering insights from scouts across county cricket and beyond, while analysts have meticulously sifted through extensive data to determine which players' skills will thrive in the Australian conditions. Nevertheless, McCullum is known for relying on his instincts rather than solely on data, and it appears that his squad is largely decided. With no more test matches scheduled between the thrilling conclusion at the Oval and the first ball bowled in Perth this November, the opportunity to change any minds is slim. England's top 7 players are already firmly established, despite the inconsistent performances of Ollie and Zach Crawley. The seam bowling lineup is beginning to take shape, contingent on fitness, with Mark Wood and Jofra Archer needing to be preserved over the autumn to be ready for the Australian heat. What insights has England gained from their recent series against India? Quite a bit, but the Ashes presents a different challenge altogether. The team will encounter a distinct bowling attack in varying conditions, on pitches that provide bounce when using the kookaburra ball. While playing India at Headingley during the solstice and facing Australia at the MCG on Boxing Day are both high-stakes test matches, they are fundamentally different experiences. England, along with the sport of cricket, has likely attracted new fans in recent weeks, and it's crucial to recognize the humbling cycle of Test cricket. A team can perform admirably in home conditions, appearing strong, only to travel to distant lands where many of their skills may not translate effectively. England has at least reaffirmed some key points. Crawley has averaged around 30, a figure that seems destined to remain static. Ben Duckett can be spectacular at times, but is prone to getting out to straightforward deliveries. Pope is also likely to face challenges. On a positive note, England boasts one of the strongest middle orders in the world, yet their bowling attack still has room for improvement. Gus Atkinson is the most probable pace bowler to join Archer and Wood when they are fit, and he will need to step up significantly in their absence. Bryden Carse is expected to play a crucial role, and Josh Tongue will be part of the traveling squad. Jamie Overton has shown he can reach speeds of 90 miles per hour at the Oval, making him a favorite of McCullum, who has emphasized the importance of pace in Australia. Chris Woakes may not have been a candidate for selection anyway, but his recent shoulder dislocation further diminishes his chances. Sam Cook has excelled with the kookaburra ball in county cricket and could take Woakes' spot as a subtle seam bowler. A more pressing concern is Ben Stokes, who must be fit to both bat and bowl across 5 tests if England hopes to secure their first series victory over Australia since 2015. Several questions linger, such as how to utilize Jacob Bethel's untapped potential. His summer spent as a drinks carrier was not particularly beneficial for his growth. Will he be traveling around Australia as England's backup batter this winter? Fortunately, there will be Lions matches alongside the tests to help him gain red ball experience. Then there's the ongoing debate about spin. Is a frontline spinner necessary for every test? Ricky Ponting certainly thinks so, even in Perth where pace is typically favored. He has endorsed Shoaib Bashir, whose height and bounce remind him of Nathan Lyon, and whose off-breaks could exploit the footmarks left by Mitchell Starc. Bashir had his moments against India, notably securing the final wicket of Mohammad Siraj to win the Lord's Test, but a broken finger cut his series short. If selected for an Australian pitch that doesn't deteriorate into a turning track, the benefits of a 21-year-old whose batting and fielding skills resemble those of a casual garden cricketer may be limited. Liam Dawson did not capitalize on his opportunity at Old Trafford, which may count against him. challenging the idea that the county championship is the best place to discover test players. Jack Leach is performing well for Somerset and has a rich history with the Ashes, while Tom Hartley has impressed for Lancashire this summer. However, once a player is dropped from McCullum's test squad, it is notoriously difficult to earn a recall based on county performance alone. Rehan Ahmed is the wild card, a genuine all-rounder who could potentially replace Pope at number 3 if England needs to adjust their lineup during the series. Although Ahmed is still developing and his leg spin is not a traditional English asset, he could complement Joe Root's off breaks when Stokes seeks variety in the bowling attack. Currently, Bashir retains the spinner's position. He is the project that Key and McCullum began in 2023 during a Lions training camp in the UAE, where they were impressed by his smooth bowling style and high release point, leading to his rapid inclusion in the Test team. As they gather with Stokes and Wright in October, numerous names and scenarios will be on the table for discussion. However, one thing is clear about baseball: it rarely wavers in its faith in its chosen players. Upcoming Ashes 2025-26 Test matches. First Test, Optus Stadium in Perth, November 21st, 25th. Second Test, Gabba in Brisbane, December 4th to 8th. Third Test, Adelaide Oval in Adelaide, December 17 to 21, Day-Night Test. Fourth Test, MCG in Melbourne, December 26-30. Fifth Test, SCG in Sydney, January 4th to 8th.